3,549 miles, or if you're going to be European about it, 5,712 kilometers we have traveled from the Electric Ballroom in London to here at the Met in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And what a match we're starting off with. Travis Banks and Jordan Devlin, who's safe to say in both Progress and indeed in NXT UK have had their fair share of matches and indeed a spirited rivalry to open the contest here. My name's Glenn Joseph, and do you know what? For the first time and probably the last time, sat alongside me at the commentary desk today, which could go terribly wrong.
It will.
The one and only Mr. Jim Smallman. Jim, well, welcome to Toronto.
Thanks, mate. I like the fact that you in no way have looked at Google Maps to work out how far away the ballroom was.
Actually, Google Maps would only tell me the flight time.
Oh, would it? Was that by roads or as the crow flies?
As the crow flies. Devlin and Banks in our opening contest, and this is Progress in Toronto, bringing over the best and the biggest stars from Progress in front of this incredible crowd. We had Smash Wrestling versus Progress last night here at the Met, an incredible atmosphere, and honestly, Jim, it's probably even more fired up tonight.
Oh, it's great. Like, I mean, I like doing my intros at the start of shows anyway, but I was stood in the ring and I'm like, these people are really cool. I've been saying it all week. Like, Toronto's such a cool city, and they seem so receptive to wrestling. There's so many cool wrestling events going on during the course of this week, so, you know, to have as many people here watching us is genuinely an honour.
Now, what was nice, even back at the the hotel where we were staying, where there were people who had actually come there in order to come and see the Progress shows that we spoke to, which is incredible. And for an opening contest for Progress Toronto, we've kind of exceeded expectations, I think, here with Travis Banks, the winningest Progress Wrestling champion in history, against the finalist in the Super Strong style this year. Jordan Devlin put away Lucky Kid, Kyle Fletcher, Kyle O'Reilly before falling to David Starr, who we'll see in action later on. But Devlin's been on a tear, but unfortunately both guys suffered defeats last night. Team Progress fell to Team Smash, of which Travis Banks was a part. Devlin with the cover. Oh, Banks manages to roll it through, and we know these two men know each other so well. Another cover attempt. Into the bridge, up by Devlin. Devlin manages to maintain race control, goes for the backslide. Banks' shoulders it down, two again before Banks escapes. Maintains wrist control, that's something that Devlin normally does. Roll through, capture. Only a count of two there by Banks. Oh, Devlin straight up to the top. Cover! And just a little taste of how well Travis Banks and Jordan Devlin know each other. And also, Jim, one of the things I've noticed here is how Jordan Devlin's a superstar in Toronto.
I mean, the pop he got when he came out it's his first time here as well. I don't think he's not done a tremendous amount in the United States either. So to be that well recognised is a sign of the sort of year that Jordan's having, I think.
Absolutely. It was last year's Super Strong Style 16 where Jordan Devlin really arrived on the Progress map, if you like, as Travis Banks sends him down onto the face. Manages to avoid him, kicks out the legs. Big strike by Banks, and the knee takes out the Irish Ace. Cover now by Banks. But Devlin escapes. He had the breakout of the Super Strong Style 16 in 2018, really, Jordan Devlin.
And it's mainly because he got in the ring with me and went, I'm going to bicycle kick a beach ball.
And bicycle kick he did. One of the things that we've noticed last night was that Jordan Devlin has abandoned the knee pads in the last month or so. Kicking to the back by Banks in a lateral press. Just a one count there for the former Progress champion. Is it Devlin said he found much more flexibility. I spoke to him earlier on today, and he said that without the knee pads, it Timothy Thatcher kind of a school of thought is that why would he cover up with cushions something which are deadly weapons in the arsenal of the Irish Ace?
It's absolutely bang on.
Oh, and Devlin! Big spill to the outside over the top rope. Banks with authority, and we speak often about Banks having that extra gear, that gear shift that he goes into, and the ruthlessness that Banks can initiate, and even that look on the face of Banks there, when that scowl happens, we know that dirty deeds are ahead for Jordan Devlin, and a chop.
When he came over the top rope then, we're like 3 rows away from that, and I genuinely flinched because I thought he was heading right for us.
I mean, we went to the Hockey Hall of Fame today and watched it. Oh my God, Banks with another shot. We went to the Hockey Hall of Fame today in Toronto and watched a 3D video. There was nothing any glasses could have done about Jordan Devlin flying almost into the commentary desk.
I genuinely panicked.
Devlin sent back in by Banks. Now cranks on the jaw and the neck. That's real torque as well, but doesn't have the ring positioning as Devlin breaks it. The left foot on the bottom rope. Jordan Devlin, I mean, he's a bit of a lone wolf when it comes to being, the only ace in the pack, if you like. Travis Banks normally associating himself with TK Cooper and Niwa as part of the South Pacific Power Trip, but then, of course, not here in this Toronto excursion, so Banks is going it alone, and you would think that would give the advantage maybe to Devlin, as Travis Banks always has backup, as Devlin preempts it. Goes for the Uranagi. No, Travis Banks has it scouted into the arm drag. Could be a slice of heaven, but Devlin has it scouted again. Uranagi straight into Jordan. Cover attempt, and Travis Banks is just out before 3. We mentioned earlier on how well they know each other, and that's something that we've seen often in the history of Progress. One of the greatest feuds we ever had, Will Ospreay and Jimmy Havoc, got down to that fateful moment in our history where Will Ospreay captured the championship from Jimmy Havoc after that reign of terror, and it was because Ospreay knew Havoc so well. Back elbow right into the jaw by Devlin.
I know I'm biased because of being one of the owners of the promotion with yourself and with John, but I will never tire of watching these two fight each other.
Well, Travis Banks he's been to win the big one in Progress, defeating the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne for the Progress World Championship back at Alexandra Palace. Devlin hasn't won the big one here. He's almost become like the other man of Progress. So if Devlin can get a win against the former champion here today, Devlin can really be rolling. And
you saw then, I know he's not wearing knee pads, but you saw Jordan's knee buckle with that kick.
Well, Banks striking from underneath him. I mean, it'd be almost like putting them down to say that they're both just strikers, because they're absolutely not. They have so much more to their arsenal, but out of the two of them, Travis Banks, those shotgun drop kicks into the corner, that slice of heaven that he hits out of the corner, we know that he's very adept with his feet, but Jordan Devlin, with that boxing training as well, you don't want to stand and fight in the middle of the ring with Devlin either. The Irish ace trying to wear down Banks now. Has that wrist control. We know that wrist control can lead to the Devlin side back suplex. Devlin with the whip out of the corner. Banks puts the brakes on. Again kicks out the leg. Here's the explosiveness of Banks. Drop kicking into that bottom rope. Banks to the outside. Oh, top corner. What a penalty kick by the Kiwi Buzzsaw. Now Banks could be going for that low pay. Completely wipes out Devlin on the outside.
I think they landed exactly where that Mountie was, who I was talking to before.
Oh, they'll be perfectly fine then.
I mean, there's definitely protection out there.
If they step out of order, he's got his stun gun, it's fine. We're just about 10 minutes into Progress Toronto, and our first This Is Progress chant from this incredible Toronto crowd who have been so hot all weekend. Was our association with Smash Wrestling. Could be slice of heaven here from Travis Banks. Stops and rolls through. Wheelbarrow, roll through by Devlin, roll through by Banks. Double stomp into the chest cavity of the ace. Cover now by Banks. And Devlin slips out the back door just before 3.
Like I said before, I will never tire of watching these. You saw that there. Trav rolls him up, gets rolled up, and then the double stomp. It's fantastic to see.
Well, Travis Banks and Jordan Devlin have become two mainstays of Progress, and it's a delight to be able to bring them here to Toronto as Jordan goes round the back, manages to skin in. Oh! Slingshot cutter from Devlin. Can't take advantage though. Drapes an arm. And Banks is out before 3, but the impact, you can see Devlin clutching the small of his back. He was clutching it during the match last night after one of those back crackers he gave in that defeat to Tarek. You could see him favoring the lower back. That's something that obviously Banks has got to know about, but Devlin, after that slingshot cutter, can't capitalize. Maybe now the Irish Ace can come in. Banks evades him. Devlin creates some separation. Could we go for the Irish Destroyer, but Banks has it stuck. Face first. Oh! Double stomp, blind out of the corner, cover! And Devlin again escapes. What an opening contest.
It's really difficult for me because normally I'm stood at ringside and I can applaud and stuff like that. I'm aware I'm on commentary and I can't really applaud, but really want to.
Referee administering the 10 count. Travis Banks just slightly to his feet quicker than Devlin. Well, I mentioned about the boxing background of Devlin, and here it came, but there's the front kick from Banks. Ducks a clothesline, head of steam. Oh, what a wipeout with a knee from Banks! Standing Spanish fly from Devlin! Just when Travis Banks thought he had an opening, Devlin quick as a cat with that standing Spanish fly, catching Banks coming in, and now Devlin's trying to go for that wrist. If he manages to get him in position, could be going for that Devlin side. Oh, but again, Devlin doesn't quite have enough, but that's a shot straight to the jaw of Banks. Hits the trifecta. Oh, headbutt by Banks!
It's normally something we see the other way around as well.
And Devlin, I don't even know if he was just using Banks there to keep him up, but could be it. Ah! Kiwi Destroyer by Banks! Headbutt by Devlin! Banks is on wobbly legs. Devlin side! Cover! And Travis Banks kicks out just before the count of 3.
You thought that was the end. You had the hand on the ring bell then.
This hammer has not left my hand. Ordinarily, you may have noticed in progress, it's a big button from John Briley. This hammer has been so close to this bell so many times already. Oh, Devlin could be heading up for Air Jordan from the top rope. Lands on his feet, rolls through. Banks takes his head off with a leaping clothesline. Kiwi Crusher, that's how he won the championship. And Devlin is out before 3.
Wrestling's fucking brilliant, isn't it?
It's not bad. It's worth traveling. It's worth traveling to Toronto for. My goodness.
How many miles again?
I can't remember. I've closed the tab.
This is great.
Could be on for slice of heaven again. Oh! Long blow by Devlin. Had it scouted. Thumbs up and thumbs down for the Kiwi Buzzsaw. Package pile driver. Devlin with the cover. Devlin gets the win in. What a contest to open Progress Toronto.
The winner of this contest, Jordan Devlin.
My goodness! Every person who is able on their feet here at the Met in Toronto as Jordan Devlin and Travis Banks just absolutely knocked it out of the park. Well, they say don't bet against the Irish ace. And on this occasion, on August the 8th here in Toronto, they are absolutely correct. Devlin rights the wrongs of last night. And Devlin picks up a win against the former Progress Wrestling World Champion, who for his end in Toronto is 2 losses and no wins. What a contest!